a magical chocolate factory, a golden ticket, and a cast that captured the hearts of millions worldwide. But what really happened to the stars of the 1971 classic Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Some stories will make you smile, some will break your heart. Let's step inside the factory one last time and find out. Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka.
Welcome, my friends. Welcome to my chocolate factory.
He walked with a limp, then threw away his cane. And in that one moment, the world fell in love. Gene Wilder was born on June 11, 1933 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. His real name? Jerome Silberman. He came from a modest Jewish family and discovered his love for acting at just 13 years old after his mother suffered a heart condition and doctors told him, "Make her laugh, keep her happy." That's where the comedian was born. When Willy Wonka released in 1971, Gene was 37 years old. And he didn't just play Wonka, he became Wonka. That entrance scene, the limp, the cane, the sudden cartwheel, was entirely Gene's own idea. He told the director if they don't let him do it that way, he walks off the film. They agreed. Smart move. Throughout his career, Gene appeared in over 30 films. His biggest hits include Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, Silver Streak, and Stir Crazy. He received a Golden Globe nomination and a BAFTA nomination for Young Frankenstein, which he also co-wrote himself. His love life was just as dramatic as his films. He married 4 times. But his most heartbreaking chapter was his third wife, Gilda Radner, the beloved SNL comedian. They were Hollywood's sweetest couple, until Gilda was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Gene stayed by her side every single day. She passed away in 1989. Gene never truly recovered from that loss. After Gilda's death, Gene quietly stepped away from Hollywood. He battled non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in his later years completely in private, telling almost nobody. He didn't want the world's sympathy. He wanted peace. On August 29, 2016, Gene Wilder passed away at the age of 83. His nephew later revealed he chose not to go public with his illness because he never wanted to upset the children who still believed in Willy Wonka. That is the most Gene Wilder thing imaginable. Peter Ostrum as Charlie Bucket.
Look, everyone, look, I've got it! The big golden ticket is mine!
You're pulling our legs, Charlie.
He found the golden ticket, became the most famous child in cinema, then walked away from Hollywood forever at just 12 years old. Peter Ostrum was born on November 1st, 1957 in Dallas, Texas. Before Willy Wonka, he had 0 acting experience, absolutely none. He was discovered through a local theater group in Cleveland, Ohio, and producers thought his natural innocence was exactly what Charlie Bucket needed. He was just 13 years old during filming. And his performance was so genuine, so warm, so real, because he literally was just being himself. After the film wrapped, the studio offered Peter a 3-picture contract. A guaranteed Hollywood career handed to a 13-year-old kid on a silver plate. He said no, just like that. Peter Ostrum made only 1 film in his entire life, and it happens to be one of the most beloved movies ever made. So what did he do instead? He became a large animal veterinarian in upstate New York. He treats horses, cows, farm animals, lives a completely quiet, normal life, married with kids, happy. He has said in interviews that he has 0 regrets. Hollywood wasn't his dream. Taking care of animals was. In a world full of child stars who crashed and burned, Peter Ostrum chose a different golden ticket entirely. Jack Albertson as Grandpa Joe. Before he danced through a chocolate factory with his grandson, this man had already conquered Broadway, Hollywood, and television. Jack Albertson was the real deal. Born on June 16, 1907 in Malden, Massachusetts, Jack grew up during the vaudeville era and learned entertainment from the ground up. Literally, performing on street stages as a young boy. He was 63 years old when he played Grandpa Joe. And that warmth, that love, that twinkle in his eye when he looked at Charlie, that wasn't just acting. Jack Albertson was known across Hollywood as one of the kindest, most genuine men in the industry. His career spanned over 40 years, with more than 50 film and television appearances. His most celebrated role came in The Subject Was Roses, for which he won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in 1968. He also won a Tony Award for the same role on Broadway, and later won an Emmy Award for his TV series Chico and the Man in 1976, making him one of the rare performers to achieve the triple crown of acting. His personal life was stable and warm. much like Grandpa Joe himself. He was married to his wife Wallace for decades and was known for his deep loyalty to family. Sadly, Jack was diagnosed with cancer in his final years. He continued working as long as his body allowed him, because performing was simply his life. On November 25, 1981, Jack Albertson passed away at the age of 74. A Tony, an Oscar, an Emmy, and one unforgettable trip to a chocolate factory. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. There are more incredible stories coming up right after this. Julie Dawn Cole as Veruca Salt. I want it now, Daddy! 5 words, one unforgettable character, and the girl behind Veruca Salt turned out to be nothing like her on-screen persona. Thank goodness. Julie Dawn Cole was born on October 26, 1957, in Guildford, Surrey, England. She trained at the prestigious Bush Davies School of Theatre Arts from a young age and was already a polished performer before stepping into Wonka's factory. She was just 13 years old during filming, and playing the most spoiled child in cinema history, she absolutely nailed it. After Willy Wonka, Julie continued working steadily in British television and theatre for decades. She appeared in popular UK shows and maintained a genuine, long-lasting career, something most child actors never achieve. Beyond acting, Julie also became a qualified psychotherapist, working to help people with mental health challenges. 2 completely different worlds, but she handled both with equal dedication. Her personal life remained largely private. She married and built a stable family life away from the Hollywood spotlight. In 2018, Julie even wrote a memoir called I Want It Now, a fun and honest look back at her Wonka experience and life beyond the factory. Of all 5 golden ticket children, Julie Dawn Cole arguably had the most balanced and fulfilling life after the cameras stopped rolling. Still working, still performing, still going strong. Denise Nickerson as Violet Beauregard. She chewed that gum, turned blue, and became one of the most iconic bratty characters in cinema history. But behind Violet Beauregard was a sweet, talented girl whose real-life story is genuinely heartbreaking. Denise Nickerson was born on April 1, 1957, in New York City. She was already an experienced child actress before Willy Wonka, appearing on the popular soap opera Dark Shadows and several TV commercials. She was just 14 years old during filming. And that gum she chewed for Violet's famous scene? She had to chew gum for up to 8 hours a day on set. It caused real jaw problems that bothered her for years afterward. After Willy Wonka, Denise appeared in a few more productions, but her career never really took off the way people expected. She stepped away from acting in her early 20s, got married, and tried to build a normal, quiet life. But life wasn't easy for Denise. She struggled privately for many years, and in her later life, she faced serious health challenges that her family made public. In June 2018, Denise suffered a major stroke which left her in serious condition. Her family rallied around her, and fans from across the world sent messages of love and support. Tragically, on July 10, 2019, Denise Nickerson passed away at the age of 62. She gave us one of cinema's most memorable characters, and she deserved so much more time. Michael Bollner as Augustus Gloop. He fell into the chocolate river, got sucked up the pipe, and then completely vanished from Hollywood, on purpose. Michael Bollner was born on July 11, 1958 in Munich, Germany. Being a German production, Willy Wonka actually cast several local actors, and Michael was among them. A young Munich boy with absolutely no prior acting experience whatsoever. He was just 12 years old during filming, and his portrayal of the gluttonous, chocolate-obsessed Augustus Gloop was so naturally convincing that audiences loved to hate him immediately. But after the film wrapped, Michael Bollner made a decision that would surprise everyone. He chose academics over acting, completely and permanently. He studied hard, went to university, and eventually became a fully qualified tax attorney based in Munich, Germany. A respectable, serious professional career, about as far from a chocolate factory as you can possibly get. Michael has given very few interviews over the decades. He attended a couple of Willy Wonka reunion events, and fans were always thrilled to see him. But he clearly values his privacy above everything else. No scandals, no Hollywood drama, no tabloid stories. Just a quiet German lawyer who once fell into the most famous chocolate river in cinema history and never looked back. Themmen as Mike TV. He was obsessed with television inside the movie, and ironically, the real world of entertainment couldn't hold his attention either. Paris Themmen was born on June 24, 1959 in New York City. He was an active child performer before landing the role of Mike TV, appearing in various commercials and small productions around New York. He was 11 years old during filming, making him the youngest of the 5 golden ticket children on set. And his energy, his attitude, his pure American kid confidence made Mike TV completely believable. After Willy Wonka, Paris drifted away from acting. Gradually, he tried different things, worked in real estate, travel industry, and various entrepreneurial ventures over the years. His career path was anything but straight. One of the more interesting chapters of his life, Paris became a passionate advocate for the Willy Wonka legacy. He attended fan conventions, embraced the nostalgia, and genuinely connected with the community that grew around the film. He also appeared in the 2005 documentary looking back at the original film's legacy and shared warm memories of the cast and production. No major scandals, no dramatic headlines. Just a New York kid who got shrunk by a TV machine at age 11 and lived a genuinely interesting life afterwards. Still alive, still engaging with fans, still proud of that golden ticket. A chocolate factory built by imagination, a cast held together by magic. Some found fame, some found peace, some left us far too soon. But every single one of them gave us something that will never fade. A childhood memory that still feels warm every time pure imagination plays. Thanks for watching. And remember, the real golden ticket was always the journey. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. If this video brought back some memories, please hit that like button and subscribe for more cast then and now stories just like this one. We'll see you in the next one.